I realized my mother might not be human, because every time she went out, she would take a 500-kilogram ball with her. However, when she returned, the ball would have vanished without a trace. Afterwards, my mother would quietly wash her blood-stained coat. I realized my mother must be hiding an unknown secret. To uncover the truth, I followed my mother when she went out, but I simply couldn't outrun a car on four wheels. Helplessly, I had to give up. However, as time went by, my doubts grew heavier and heavier. One day, I couldn't hold back any longer. So while my mother was washing dishes, I asked her where those pigs had gone. Unexpectedly, the next second, my mother smashed the cup onto the floor. She warned me not to ask questions I shouldn't ask. I could only leave in disappointment, but this only intensified my curiosity and made me even more certain that my mother was hiding a secret. One day, when my mother went out as usual, I quickly ran to the mountaintop. Soon I noticed something was wrong. My mother was dragging the pig into the forest. But just then, my grandfather suddenly appeared behind me. He told me I must return home before dark and absolutely not step outside my door. I had no choice but to listen to my grandfather and return home. However, what I didn't expect was that my mother brought back my father, who had been missing for years. Strangely, my father's entire body was covered in scars. I wanted to check on my father in his room, but my mother blocked me at the door. That night, I could no longer contain my doubts. I quietly crept to my father's door, but the next second, my mother suddenly walked out. I immediately hid in a nearby corner. Only after my mother had completely left did I carefully return to the door. I wanted to check on my father's condition through the crack in the door, but the next second, what I saw terrified me. To resolve my doubts, the next day I immediately followed my mother when she went out. This time, I was determined to uncover the truth.